Greg Hennis alongside Steve Silverio, and we are back at the Auto Outlet of PA, 1515 Bristol Pike, right here in the heart of Bensalem. And Steve, how do we start our programs?
Just do the deal.
And Steve, I got to tell you, here at the Auto Outlet of PA, whether you're in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, the Lehigh Valley, #1, get out a map of the entire Delaware Valley. Look in the middle. You're going to see a big dot, and you're going to see the Auto Outlet of PA. You're right here in the middle of the action, aren't you?
We're 30 minutes from Camden, Trenton, 40 minutes from Delaware,
Newcastle, Wilmington.
Lehigh Valley, Allentown. Come on down. Let me tell you something. Nobody within the sound of my voice, if you're listening to this right now, you've got to know that nobody can finance cars like we do here. Let me tell you something. I know you've been talking about it. Oh, my God, there's been a pandemic. That's over, all right?
The masks are gone.
The masks are gone. The banks are open. They're ready to finance cars. Come on down. I'm telling you, we've got them all. I've got them from $250,000, $300,000, $280,000, all right, all the way down to $6,000. You name it, you claim it. Just come on down. Cash, don't bring any. It's fine, all right? You've got a vehicle that you're buried in, you owe $20,000, $25,000, you think it's only worth $10,000, give me a chance for that vehicle. I'll pay off that car no matter how much you owe. And remember, if you've got a car and I don't have the car for you and you just want to sell me your car, I'll buy your car outright and pay off that loan. I'll buy your car. I need inventory. I need customers. This is the month. It's June. It's hot. It's sunny. And everything's rolling. Come on down. We're going to just do the deal.
Steve, the checkbook is open. You're looking to buy cars. If you want to trade it, you're going to step up and give them top dollar. Yeah, we've all heard top dollar for your trade. But right now, Steve, unlike any other time, you said in memorable times, this is the most aggressive you've had to be in buying cars. Am I correct about that?
I'm going to tell you, I've been doing this 48 years. Not to tip my hand on my age, but 48 years of selling automobiles, 1973. And I've been through the recessions. I've been through the high interest rates. I've been through gas shortages where they had the odd or evens. And,
Watergate.
And I was selling Pontiacs back then, which a lot of you might not remember. But the best gas mileage car that I had was 12 miles to the gallon. Right? That was my economy car. All right? The other ones were 7 and 8. And there was a gas shortage. And so figure that one out. We made it. We've gone through it all. We've been through a pandemic. We're still here. We're healthy. The masks are off. Money's available. I'm telling you now, there's jobs all over the place. When I go onto these sites, I'm looking for people myself. I'm looking for employees. There's jobs all over the place. We don't have enough people to fill these jobs. It's all back, folks. Come on down. I'm telling you now, we're going to pay off that trade no matter how much you owe, and I'm going to stick with that. Yeah, do I have cars for low monthly payments? Absolutely. Do I have cars with no money out of your pocket? Absolutely. I can do just about what everybody else does, but what I can do that I don't think anybody can do right now is I can pay off that old car no matter how much you think you owe. Come down and give me a chance. Stop in 15 minutes. I write you a check. You're out of here. And I'll pay off the car no matter what. And if you got the title, I'll write you a check. And I don't have to worry about paying off the bank. You tell me what you want for it. I don't care what the car is. Bring it here. It's time. Take the gloves off and take the mask off at the Auto Outlet of PA. Right now, I'll give you more for your trade than you ever thought possible. Give me a shot with Trade Amnesty. I've got the Get Out of Jail card with Credit Amnesty. And you know, I've got the car you want with nothing held back. And remember, if I can get you approved, nobody can. And don't forget, come down and see me at the Auto Outlet of PA or Devon Nissan by the close of business on Saturday, because that's where we just do the deal. And from my family to yours, may God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's never been a better time than right now to get to the Auto Outlet of PA right here at 1515 Bristol Pike, right here in the heart of Bensalem between now and the close of business Saturday. Big things are happening. And Steve, not to mention all the things that we're talking about with bringing your trade, getting people out of their trade. But, you know, a big part of what you do every day in and day out, 15,000 cars later, and so on and so forth. It's
Not that
help people.
Hold on, not that I'm counting, but it's 17,400 cars in the last 7 years in the greater metro market of Philadelphia. And let me tell you, out of 17.4, there may be a few crazy people, but most of those people knew what they were doing, and they bought the car because they trusted me. They knew that I stood behind all my cars. It's not just lip service, and most of you folks have seen me out here just doing the deal for years, and I'm telling you, I'm still out here just doing the deal 48 years later. There's not a lot of people in this market that can say that. I'm still out here introducing myself to you folks. I'm on the showroom floors. You ask for me, I'm right there. You come see me. Again, I'm buying your car no matter how much you owe, okay?
Big part of what you do is help people. Am I right about that?
That's what we do.
In all kinds of situations.
That's what we do.
You know, credit situations, trade situations, perfect vehicle, perfect situation.
Yep.
And then there's people like Mark. Come on over here for a minute. Now, Steve, Mark is a big part of your team here at the outlet. First of all, tell us what Mark does.
Mark is what we call the on-site mobile detail. And folks, don't worry. Turn around, Mark. Let me show. Turn around this way. Let's show the camera. M-O-B-L-E. I didn't notice it when I looked at it. It said mobile detail. He's right. His son did a shirt for him, and he forgot he left out the I. But don't hold that against Mark, Chris. Let me tell you something. That man can buff a car, and he does all my detailing here. He helps me at my Devon store. This man can put a shine on a car. I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. Mark, tell me your story a little bit. We were just talking a little bit. Give me that little slogan.
I'm just going to keep it short and brief. I remember when I was broke and couldn't afford a meal, I came to see Steve, and he said, just do the deal.
Now, all kidding aside, though, he's helped you get into automobiles. He's helped countless members of your family and friends. Am I right about that, Mark?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Tell us about some of the experiences that you've had here with people that you know.
Man, everybody here is friendly. Everybody here is knowledgeable about what they sell. When you get a car right here at Nissan and Devon or here on the other dealerships, man, you know you got a winner. If you go anywhere else, you got to be crazy, man.
Because let me tell you what Mark's saying to you folks. I just had one 2 days ago. Gentleman bought a car back February, March. His air conditioning went out. Didn't realize in February it was cold. Never decided to turn it on. He had his vents on, thought that was cold air. It wasn't. There's no air. He came back to me. It's now June. I understood the story. I said, sir, sit down. Here's a car to use. Let me get the car into my shop. It wasn't my line. It was a Ford product. I'm going to get the air conditioning in the car. And he says, how much am I going to owe you? I said, absolutely nothing, sir. You've bought 2 cars from me, and you didn't know the air was out, and neither did we. I apologize for us not checking the air conditioning. Give me the car. Here's my keys. Drive mine for a couple days. I'll order the AC unit. And he's now driving in a car with AC, happier than all get out. That's the kind of service we do here. That's how I like to take care of my customers.
And Mark, before we say goodbye, you hear Steve say it all the time about just doing the deal. Now, he's really, really good at it. I mean, listen, the guy's made a living at saying just do the deal. The question is, you seem to be loud and proud. Can you do your version of just do the deal?
Impersonate Steve?
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Just do the deal.
Hey.
Pretty good, but
Yeah.
it goes like this, Mark. Let me show you.
Come on.
Just do the deal, Philly.
All right, Mark, thank you so much, buddy.
Have a good day.
He's a heck of a detailer, Steve.
I'm going
He
to tell you
really-
something. He's a good
I'll
man.
tell you
He's a
what,
good man.
You
Good
are
man.
awesomely blessed to have people like that on your staff. I mean,
We are.
The detailers, the salespeople, the finance people, you all care about the customers. 'Cause let's face it, when people come here, especially if they've had some tough times, they're upside down in their trade, or maybe they have a vehicle that doesn't run anymore, you guys are really their last chance at getting down the road. And you not only get them down the road, but you put a smile on their face. And that's something to be said.
What we're not going to do is put you down the road and overcharge you because you come in with a low FICO score. Because I've always said, and I've said this a long time, and you know, Greg, because you've been with me for a long time, you and your team. And again, I want to thank you for everything that you've done for my company on these shows that you put together. It's a lot of work. People will notice it's not just pointing the camera at 2 guys with microphones in their hand. He has to go back and produce all this. He does a great job. He gets me good spots on the shows. We're in prime time, as you folks know.
Steve's in the prime time.
Yeah, Steve's in the prime time. Does cost a little more, Greg. I don't know. You know what I mean? If he gives me at the regular
We'll talk
price.
about that after the show.
Yeah. All right. We do pay for prime, folks, but don't worry about it. Anything I can do to help, I don't mind. But I will tell you this. His team helps. My team back here helps. We have a lot of good, exciting people on my team. And again, like Greg says, I'm very blessed. Thank you very much. We have continual customers all during the pandemic. We weren't sitting here going, oh my God, are we going to make a living? I left it in the hands of the man, and he delivered. We had customers. We had a banner year last year, had a banner month last month. We're off to the races already in June. As you can see, we're already into our second week of June. We're off to the races, and all I can do is keep thanking you folks for coming in. Thanks for you folks believing in myself and my company, and I'm always here. It's not hard to reach me. You call any one of the two stores, ask for Steve, they'll get you to me. I pick up the phone. I have no problem at all. When you're buying with confidence, and it's not just talk. I'm telling you, I'm behind you. I've been servicing this city for a lot of years. So remember, come on in and just do the deal. It's time. Take the gloves off and take the mask off at the Auto Outlet of PA. Right now, I'll give you more for your trade than you ever thought possible. Give me a shot with Trade Amnesty. I've got the Get Out of Jail card with Credit Amnesty. And you know, I've got the car you want with nothing held back. And remember, if I can't get you approved, nobody can. And don't forget, come down and see me at the Auto Outlet of PA or Devon Nissan by the close of business on Saturday, because that's where we just do the deal. And from my family to yours, may God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Auto Outlet of PA, 1515 Bristol Pike, right here in the heart of Bensalem. Maybe you've been to Delaware. Maybe you've been to Jersey. Maybe you've been in the great Northeast. Maybe you've been in the Lehigh Valley, and you've heard those magic words. Folks, we'd love to help you, but we can't. But then you get smart and you come and see Steve here at the Auto Outlet of PA or at Devon Nissan, and Steve doesn't say that. He says, let me work hard for you. Let me step up. Let me find a way to get you down the road. And Steve, customer after customer after customer that has tough situations. Maybe they're $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 upside down in their trade. You get them out of their trade, get them down the road. Maybe they've had a past bankruptcy, a past repossession, a loss of a job. Let's face it, a lot of people got dung up with their credit during COVID. No question about it. A lot of people did. But you've been able to find ways, working with the banks, working with your lending partners, to get people approved. Steve, how do you do it here when people go elsewhere and they hear no? How do you get it done?
Well, I've said this time and time again, the story never changes. What people don't do today is have a conversation between two people.
Well, you like to talk to the banks, no question about it.
I love to talk to the banks. I love to talk to the consumer. All of our folks here are absolutely trained. One thing, come on in, sit down. Give me 15 minutes of your time. What happened? What's the situation? Why did you get a couple of payments behind? There's always a reason. Nobody just doesn't make their payment. I need to get to the bottom of it. What happened? I need to somewhat have an explanation for the bank, but it's all in making sure that we understand what you're trying to accomplish. If you're flexible and you're reasonable, I get you out of your car no matter what you owe. Now we're even. You get a one-time get-out-of-jail card. We're going to handle that for you.
You've put a lot of them out over the years.
We put a lot of them out. We've been doing this for a long, long, long time. We know how to get you out of the car. I know where to get the car sold to. I just shipped 2 truckloads of cars from May to Florida, because I had a place in Florida outside Orlando. The guy needed cars, and he gave me $2,000 to $3,000 more per car than I would get up here, which helped me get those folks out of their car.
That's awesome.
So we're going to ship these cars to wherever we got to ship them to, whatever auction I got to get them to. I can ship them. There's trucks available, and we're going to make sure we get you the most money that you can get. So you're going to get the best deal, the fair deal right here. We got trucks, we've got Jeeps, I've got sport utilities, I've got third row seats, I've got it all here. So come on down, ask for Steve, and remember, when you talk to my people, Steve said to what? Just do the deal. It's time. Take the gloves off and take the mask off at the Auto Outlet of PA. Right now, I'll give you more for your trade than you ever thought possible. Give me a shot with Trade Amnesty. I've got the Get Out of Jail card with Credit Amnesty. And you know, I've got the car you want with nothing held back. And remember, if I can't get you approved, nobody can. And don't forget, come down and see me at the Auto Outlet of PA or Devon Nissan by the close of business on Saturday, because that's where we just do the deal. And from my family to yours, may God bless.
All right, Steve, here at the Auto Outlet of PA, you know, we're talking about the getting out of jail card and the other things, but you know there's something else that goes on here that is really big. We've talked about it briefly, the chip situation, inventory squeeze, if you will. But you come here to the auto outlet, your inventory right now is absolutely, positively fantastic. I mean, everybody's screaming, we need the inventory, but not here at the Auto Outlet of PA. You've got the inventory.
I've got the inventory, and I've got the inventory priced right. The biggest thing, anybody can go out and buy cars, anybody can trade cars, and anybody can do this and that. But when you're doing it, you got to make sure you price the cars right for you, the consumer. We can't just go out and blindly close our eyes and start buying. We have to buy the right cars. I've got to look and buy the cars that are being sold in the market. I've got Chargers. I got a GT Charger in the front line. I've got Jeep Wranglers. I got a 2020 Tahoe LT with dual cameras, sunroof, leathered up, all-wheel or four-wheel drive. I'm telling you, we got cars for everybody. Everybody. All right? We didn't sell 17,400 cars in the last 7 years or so.
Who's counting? Who's counting?
But who's counting except me? All right, but 17,400 cars by mistake. It was very carefully thought out, very carefully marketed with these shows that Greg helps us with. We're on TV, okay? And again, you can go into my inventory. You'll look at Devin Nissan's inventory. You look at this inventory. We got another store on there for inventory. I got plenty of cars you can pick from. If we don't have it, I can get it. You tell me what you want. I'll get the car for you. I have no problem getting the car. I've got another store up in Baltimore, Maryland Auto Mall, called Jimmy the Boxer, and we've got 250 cars on the ground there. So I've got cars all over between 3 states. I'll get you the car. The biggest thing is getting you the right car at the right price and making sure that I can get that car financed for you.
Now, when you come here to the Auto Outlet of PA, number 1, as you've seen, the gloves are off. Number 2, the restrictions are easing and the masks are off. And number 3, when it comes to your credit issues and or your trade-in, ladies and gentlemen, we can't say it enough. Steve, if they have a car that they don't need and they don't want to buy another car, but they just want to sell it, you want to see them. You want to pay them top dollar on the spot for the trade right now. Bring it in, sell it. You'll pay them right on the spot.
Yeah, hey, listen. And I'll say this again. I want you to buy a car from me. I'm not doing this commercial or this show to say, hey, I don't want to sell you anything. I just want to buy all the cars. No, I certainly want to sell you some. But I can't sell everybody. I'm smart enough to realize that I can't sell everybody in the market. It's all right. But what I can do is I can buy a bunch of cars. And if I can buy your car and pay you more money than the next guy and pay off that car,
hey,
and you can walk into another deal that you want to buy that new car that maybe I don't carry, do so. That's smart shop. That's smart on your part, okay? Let me buy your car. I'll pay top dollar for it. I'll handle the payoff on it. And if you don't have a payoff, bring the title. I'll write you a check as soon as you give me the title.
Now, Steve, here at the Auto Outlet of PA, one of the things we've talked about over and over again, but it's very, very important. Our people come here with some credit issues, and they are concerned about their situation. Is there any situation that somebody could present to you that you would tell them not to bother to come? Because I know you look at them all.
I'm trying to think of various situations. The chances of me getting you financed if you don't have a job is probably no. But there's an asterisk to that.
The asterisk.
Here's the asterisk. If you're a high credit score and you don't have a job and you've always paid your bills, the bank doesn't care about you working. Because I know you're not just sitting home. You got to have some income. You either got Social Security, you got something. Social Security, a pension. You've got something coming in. But it doesn't have to be. You may have, as long as you've paid your bills. But if you come in and you're 450, yes, the bank's going to want you to earn X amount of dollars. And the chances are you're going to have to earn at least $400 or $500 a week. And let's face it, everybody now is paying $15 an hour. That's almost the minimum wage without it really being the legal minimum wage. I don't have anybody in my company making less than $15 an hour, I can promise you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I don't. Even the college girls in their part-times, they're making $15 an hour. At $15 an hour times 40 hours, that comes out to 40 times 10 is 400, plus another 2. That's $600 a week. Banks are only looking for $400 a week. Minimum wage is almost $600. So you qualify. Don't worry about that. That's my job. I'll handle that end of it. You just bring your pay stub. Make sure you bring your license or some form. You don't even have to have a license to buy a car. Bring some form of identification. Come down and see me. I'll work out the details. I'll make sure it fits in your budget. I'll make sure the payment's right for you. And I'm going to get you more than you wanted for your car and pay off any negative equity that you might have.
It is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. We don't care if you're in Delaware. We don't care if you're in New Jersey. We don't care if you're in the Lehigh Valley, in the great Northeast, the city, wherever you happen to be in the entire Delaware or Lehigh Valley. If you are looking for great transportation, if you're looking for the credit help you need, if you're looking for trade amnesty, you've come to the right place. Come see the doctor himself, Steve, right here at the Auto Outlet of PA. And when you get here, folks, here's a couple of things we can promise you. You are going to see a fabulous, fabulous inventory. There's no question about that. Steve, in addition to the fabulous inventory, all makes, all models, all price ranges, 300,000 down to 6,000, no question about it. A staff that cares, a staff that is just like Steve in this respect. If you've heard no somewhere else, or they were rude to you or tried to put you into a car that did not live up to what you needed, come see Steve, because you and your team, you absolutely positively care, especially now. It's like the old days, Steve. I know you like to shake hands and say hi to the kids and the moms and dads, and you could do so now more with the restrictions easing. It's like the old days. And this is a great time to come see Steve, come see his team. They care, they work hard for you. And Steve, at the end of the day, it's all about getting the customer what they need. And in some cases, as simple as getting them an approval with the right car. And you and your team do that day in and day out right here at the Auto Outlet of PA, 1515 Bristol Pike, right here in the heart of Bensalem. Now, obviously, folks, that sounds easy. But I can assure you, when you talk to Steve and his team, yes, they have the relationships. Yes, they understand how to do it. But it does take work. They have to talk to the banks. They have to tell the story. They have to talk to you to get the story. Right, Steve? That's how you put all those things together.
Well, let me tell you, here's what's important, folks. When you walk into any dealership in America, wherever you are, within the sounds of my voice, I know we're not televising in Los Angeles, or we'd get a few more customers, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So at the end of the day, when you walk into some of the used car lots around town, around Philadelphia, and you see they have, 40, 50 cars on their lot, and ask them this: how many cars have you sold in the last 5 years? And they'll probably say 40 a month times 10 is 400 times 5 years. We've sold 2,000 cars in 5 years. Now, you turn around to me, and I've sold 17,400 cars. Who do you think you have a better shot of getting financed with? Come to the dealer that knows what he's doing. There's too many cars being sold with too many problems. And when you go back to these dealers, what happens? I'm sorry, it's an as-is car. There's no warranty. You end up writing the check, or if you can't write the check and if it's a big enough job, what do? You leave the car at the home, and that's it. And here we go again. Don't do that. Don't make that mistake. Give me the first shot to sell you a car, okay? You can always go to them later on. Chances are you won't, because they're not going to pay what I'm paying for your car. They're not going to put as much on your car to get you out of it. That's the second thing. And I'll promise you, they don't have the amount of banks that if you've got a pond filled with fish, the chances of coming home with a couple catches is probably better than having a pond filled with 5 fish. I've got 20, 30 fish in that same pond that's going to end up probably helping you get financed on a car at a reasonable rate.
Steve, here at the Auto Outlet of PA, you just touched on something that really is a big point. You talked about many people that thought all they could do in the world was get a buy here, pay here car. And as you mentioned, the downside to that is you make those payments, and at the end of the day, your credit score doesn't change because you find out that those payments are not reported to the credit bureaus.
Exactly.
Here at the Auto Outlet of PA, you do traditional bank financing. So somebody right now is in that, what I like to call a vicious cycle of buy here, pay here after buy here, pay here. They're never going to change their situation. But do you have a good success rate of getting people out of those cars that are currently in buy here, pay here, getting them in traditional financing and help them when they're making their payments to increase their credit scores?
We're rated on how many deals we submit to a bank and how many of those deals get approved. We're all under that covenant. My success rate on getting a deal approved is anywhere from 80 to 85% given on the month, and the customers that come in, obviously. but 80 to 85%. So 8 out of every 10 people that come in to see me walk out with a car. It's time. Take the gloves off and take the mask off at the Auto Outlet of PA. Right now, I'll give you more for your trade than you ever thought possible. Give me a shot with Trade Amnesty. I've got the Get Out of Jail card with Credit Amnesty. And you know, I've got the car you want with nothing held back. And remember, if I can't get you approved, nobody can. And don't forget, come down and see me at the Auto Outlet of PA or Devon Nissan by the close of business on Saturday, because that's where we just do the deal. And from my family to yours, may God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Auto Outlet of PA, remember, big things are happening. It all starts with Steve saying these magic words of...
Just do the deal, Philly.
And if you're looking to do a deal, whether you're in Philadelphia, whether you're in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, the Lehigh Valley, the shore, or anywhere else in between, even if you're on vacation down at the shore and you're watching this ad, take a little time out of your vacation, save yourself a lot of money. It's worth it here at the Auto Outlet of PA. Steve, when it comes to somebody that's $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 upside down in their trade, Steve, what do you say to those customers?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say one quick thing. At $5,000, I'm not even scared. At $10,000, $15,000, $20,000.
Are you losing sleep?
I'm not losing sleep yet. Bring your car. Bring that automobile. I don't care. Because you remember, like Greg just said, who is the deal maker in Philadelphia? It's just do the deal.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you've had some credit problems in the past, maybe a divorce, maybe a bankruptcy, maybe a foreclosure, maybe a slow pay, a no pay, whatever the case may be, come see Steve, and at the end of the day, he's going to say these magic words to you with your credit.
Just do the deal.
And bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, if you have an automobile and you're ready to get out of it, bring it here to Steve to get yourself a nice vehicle. Why? He's going to give you more than anyone else for your trade. Or if you have an extra vehicle laying around, guess what? Who do they bring that vehicle to, Steve?
The credit doctor, Steve Silverio.
And Steve's going to say, when it comes to bringing that car in,
just do the deal.
The checkbook is on the spot. He'll pay you on the spot. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, lots of big things are happening. The boxing gloves are off. The restrictions have eased. The masks are off. The deals are happening. The selection is happening. Steve, big things right here at the Auto Outlet of PA, 1515 Bristol Pike, right here in the heart of Bensalem. Steve, with those words, we're going to let you take us home. Say a little something to the folks. And remember, folks, it all ends Saturday at the close of business right here at the Auto Outlet of PA. Steve?
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, we're going to slow it down just a little bit for these last few seconds that we do have. I want to take a serious moment at time. And hopefully most of you have been watching the show for the half hour, picked up some good tips, picked up some information. Hopefully we can pick up a car. But I do want to tell you this, and I want to bring it down just a notch to let you know that I, personally, and my family, thank you for all the business that you've done in the last 6, 7, 8 years with me, and trusted me, trusted my company. I'm always sitting right there beside you. Don't worry about it. I'm there to take care of you. And again, I just want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for coming down and trusting me to purchase a car, okay? And we've always got one person, spirit, however you look at it, to thank for everything, and it's the good Lord. So I'm going to say this: God bless you, God bless my family, and again, from my family to yours, may God bless.